fun. It's how were your first of all, you look good. You look like you've lost some weight. You look like you're in great shape. We'll get to that in a second. Happy Thanksgiving. What did you do for Thanksgiving? Tell us that.
It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, it's not very exciting. See, I visited my sister and my nephews early in the day. And then I had like an orphan Thanksgiving, just like a few friends that don't have any family.
Oh, buddies of yours who are alone in California?
Yeah, it was. It was actually all guys.
Yeah.
It was.
And what did you do for a traditional Thanksgiving turkey kind of stuff?
Well, I'm vegan.
Vegan?
So I don't eat any turkey. So we just made, really, I know this isn't going to sound real, but it says grass. It's called mesquite grass, and it's actually grown in Wyoming. This is true. And it's organic. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's very good, actually.
How is it prepared, the grass?
Well, you eat it raw.
Eat it raw.
Yeah, but it's very rich in enzymes and a lot of vitamins. And that wasn't the main course. You know, we had potatoes and stuffing and such, but it was very much a big part of the meal. And so we enjoyed that.
Oh, you enjoyed that?
We did. It was just delectable.
I want to mention one thing here, and then we'll just go on to other matters. The last time you were on the show, you were remember that you were loopy.
That wasn't the last time. Remember, because I came on afterwards. I came on the second time, right, to promote the movie.
That's right. That's
right.
Yeah.
So
two times ago.
2 times ago.
2 times ago. You came on.
Time before last.
Now, and it turned out that it was a little, I don't know, art, performance art kind of thing.
I don't know if it was art. We just thought it was a movie. It was just making a movie. Yeah.
And now, did you think that after that you would have trouble getting back to a serious professional actor, mainstream big movie actor?
After your show, yes.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Let's see. Now, my agents knew about this, right? They knew that we were making this film, and so they told like the studio executive. Yeah, that's right. He directed it, and so they told the studio executive and such. So people in the industry knew that it wasn't real, but the public, they thought it was real. So there was a period like, you know, I remember when we came out. I came back on your show, and we said this was the movie we were making, and so I called my agents up and I said, "All right, let's do it. Let's go." And they went, "Well, hold on a second. It's going to take a little bit of time." So I was kind of surprised. I think we went into it. We didn't really expect it to be so public.
Were you concerned that, in fact, you had jeopardized your career? You're standing as a legitimate actor?
Yes, 100%.
Well, I'll tell you something, and then I think the next movie that I saw you in was Her, which we just discussed backstage. And, No, there was the one before
The Master.
The Master, that's right, with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Right, and that Paul Thomas Anderson directed.
Yeah, and I saw that and I thought, thank God this guy has gotten back to doing what he is so good at, which is these tremendous character portrayals.
Thank you so much.
And then
so that means you didn't really like I'm Still Here.
I'm not sure I saw it.
Well, that's, you and everybody else.
Yeah, right.
That's fine.
And then it was Her.
Right.
Then it was Her, which was a tremendous accomplishment, I thought, because you're acting with essentially what looked like an iPod or something for the whole movie. It was delightful.
I will tell Spike.
Well, I think you didn't come on for that one, but Spike was here.
Yeah, he did. He came on. Yeah. So you told him.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Then I don't have to call.
Now we have this one, which also is a tremendous movie, and congratulations on that. So now I'm glad you're done with your little after-school projects, and you're back to business.
Thank you, and thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll be right back with Joaquin Phoenix, everybody. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Joaquin Phoenix. This movie, wow, is it entertaining? It's funny. It's an odyssey. And the use is a lot of marijuana smoking in the movie. Now, as an actor, I know with cigarettes, sometimes people don't like to smoke cigarettes, so they're pretending to smoke. Well, how does one approach it with marijuana when you're... Virtually every scene, you have a pretty large joint
Yeah,
going.
there's actually a company that the prop master found that makes synthetic marijuana. I mean, it just looks like marijuana, right? But it has no effect, obviously, because that wouldn't work out well.
I know of certain actors of another generation who would use drugs and actually work. And in fact, when you see them now, knowing that, you can tell that they were under the influence.
And when you see the movies that they were in, you can also tell.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I was well aware of those dangers.
Yeah.
But
you know who's great in this movie is Marty Short.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a tremendous performance.
Yeah, man, I was so excited to work with him. Yeah. I've been a fan of his for a long time. It's actually very, very difficult to work with. Not because he's difficult, but because he's so funny.
Very funny, yeah.
I think I think the take that you see in the movie is the only take where I wasn't laughing through it. I'm not kidding. It was one of the most difficult things I'd ever done, trying to keep a straight face. It was brilliant to work with him.
This movie, and I'll try to be delicate in articulating this. You're glued to the screen because it is compelling. And Josh Brolin, tremendous. Yeah. And there's one scene where a young woman is showing you a picture of a young child, and it's all very serious, and it has to do with how lives have been disrupted and changes in the world. And you look at the picture of the little girl, and you make this ghastly, horrible, whelping reaction. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, it was like every cartoon I'd ever seen. You know, that's always like the reaction of
Everything
cartoon.
is fine until she says, here, take a look at my little boy.
Yeah.
And then you do like
Very
that.
good.
Like that. And from that moment on, you realize this is a roller coaster ride, this movie.
Yeah, it sure
because
is.
you can't really take anything for granted. It's not a linear progression of the facts. It's great fun.
Yeah, I just always say it's a movie to be experienced, and it really is. It's very funny, and there's a great cast. I can't remember everybody because there's so many people. There really are, but like.
Well, let's try. It's you,
me,
Josh Brolin,
Jose Bretland, Rice Witherspoon, Orrin Watson. No, it was Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, yeah. Whom you've worked with before.
When? Now, you know what? I did. I have worked with her before. I worked with her, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 10 years ago. Yeah.
She won an Academy Award for that, I think.
I know, and she reminded me of it.
Yeah.
You know, with the first day we were working on this, we finished this scene, and she goes, "Is that what you're going to be doing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "All right, well, I'm going to have to save it again." And I was like, it would be annoying, but it's true.
Wow.
She doesn't talk like that, actually.
I bet she does. Hey, congratulations. I don't know if we can talk about that either.
Oh, yeah. I forgot anyways.
You're in yoga.
I have been trying to do yoga, but
How's it going?
All right, here's the deal. So I spent, I lived in New York for many years, and like a common sight, like that person like crossing the street.
Oh, yes, I have seen it. An older man or a woman.
They're actually like 45. I always thought they were senior citizens.
They're not that old. Oh,
No, they're not. That's the thing. And so I turned 40 recently, and I pulled my back. You know how? Petting my dog. I'm not kidding.
You bent over?
I bent over to pet my dog, and I pulled my back. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said, you really should try yoga. And I was like, Yeah, all right, I'll try it. Like, I've seen commercials, and everyone's always, like, really beautiful and serene, and so... Limber, yes. And just, they carry themselves differently. It seems really, really nice, so I'll try it. So I go down to the studio, and this woman, the yoga instructor, she's like 6'2", huge, kind of monstrous. And she does martial arts as well, so it's like mandatory that you have to wear, I don't know what the traditional garb is called, right? But it's like this white suit, right? So it's humiliating, right? Because you're like in this, like all this white suit. And so we go out, and first we do like these breathing exercises, and I go, I can do this. It's pretty good. And then she says, we're going to get this first position, the harnessing of the hog. And I go,
sorry, the harnessing?
The harnessing of the hog. They have all these weird, like, animal names kind of thing, right?
That's a carnival ride.
I'm telling you.
That's not yoga. It's not. There's no harnessing.
It's the
of
harnessing
the hog.
of the hog.
No.
Yes.
No. I've seen
should I demonstrate?
Down dog and rising kitty.
Listen, I say, before I can say who's the hog, she grabs me. I was going to do a stunt, but I'm going to go slow motion because I don't want to re-injure myself. She comes down. This is hard. You come around like this. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but it's a compromising and vulnerable position that I'm in. Right? And I don't want to be like this, okay? So listen, I'm down like this. That's about where she is, okay?
Yeah.
Now,
this was no boating accident.
She gets a strap, right? And they put it around here, it goes over your shoulder. And she pulls me up like this, right? So my, like, Julio Iglesias is up next to her goulash, and she's thrusting. She's pulling, she's thrusting me in. And I go, oh, stop, my back pain. She goes, no, it's emotional back pain.
Yeah.
I don't like people to talk about my emotional back pain, right? That's not cool at all.
This is not real yoga either.
This is totally real.
This is something else.
No,
this is something else.
I don't know. This is totally real.
All right, we want to show the clip now? All right, we'll be right back to take a look at the clip of the movie, ladies and gentlemen. Inherent Vice. Well, now, we talked about the yoga instructor. And is there more to that relationship than just yoga?
This is the crazy part of the story. We started dating. And I think she's the one. I proposed to her, and she said yes.
You proposed to her? So you're getting married?
Well, I mean, if everything works out. But yeah, it appears so far, so good. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I don't know what that says about me. Is that probably nothing good, right?
No, you let her harness the hog. And, what are you going to do after your hog's been harnessed? I mean, honest to God. You think...
Danny Thomas spit cake right there.
You think your hog is harnessed now?
Hello.
Now, if I lived in California, you live in California mostly?
I do.
Yeah. And if I lived in California, would we, like, do stuff?
What do you... I'm already engaged.
Oh, we could be buddies, hanging around buddies.
I've thought about that, honestly. And I always thought that I would go, hey, you want to do something?
Right.
And you wouldn't get back to me.
No, I would.
Would you?
I would. I like you. I've always liked you. I admire you as a professional, and also I like the fact that there's something wrong with you.
Do you identify? Is that what it is? Or do you just feel sorry for me?
No, I don't feel sorry for you at all. I said I admire you.
Okay. Yeah, so it does say something about you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that
means a lot to me.
We would start. I don't know what do you?
Well, we wouldn't do yoga.
No,
right? That's off it.
No. Let's look at a clip of this Inherent Vice. This is something you want to go see, ladies and gentlemen. This is like reading a good book. Like every page, the story takes an unexpected turn, and it's very satisfying. A great cast. What are we going to see here, Joaquin?
Inherent Vice.
That pretty much tells the story. Let's.
I don't know what the clip is.
Doesn't make any difference because it's all satisfying. Take a look.
Great.
Okay. Thank you. Whoa! What are you doing here? Yeah.
Well, let's see if you're free for dinner. I'm going to freak you out.
Are you all right?
Am I?
Are you?
This is the one I was telling you about. Yeah?
You know your pals had Mickey Wolfman?
What? The FBI? I mean, we suspected, but we couldn't prove it.
I saw him in their custody.
You saw him?
Yeah.